So the first question we have here is, which leg extension / curl interests you more? In this battle, we're looking at the rack mounted leg curl / extension from Titan versus just the standalone option from Titan. So head to head, you either chose rack mounted, standalone, or not interested in either. So first of all, what is your guess of not interested in either be?
It's got to be low. Because that's kind of one of the things I know from a commercial standpoint, probably, or just from a selling standpoint, probably sells the best. I'd say it's probably 5 to 10%. Not interested in either.
Yeah, I would say low as well, but I might go around 15%. Not interested.
Yeah, it was 21%.
Oh.
And then the rack mounted option was the winner, barely, with 40.3% of the votes, and the standalone had 38.5% of the votes.
What?
And then also just keep in mind that the prices were not mentioned, but they're pretty much the same, or it's like within $100 difference. And then the rack mounted also weighs like 80 pounds, which also wasn't heavily emphasized. But regardless, I think the space saving aspect was the reason most ended up choosing the rack mounted. Any thoughts? Yeah.
I cannot imagine sticking that thing on my rack and try. Several of the commenters mentioned like just taking that thing off and putting it on. Anything. Same thing with jammer arms. Same thing with any kind of attachments. Even monolith ones that I have on my Titan X3. Taking those off and on if I'm like working out with a buddy of mine who's 6'5" is just a pain. And those aren't even that heavy just by themselves. But good gosh, I have the Titan leg curl leg extension combo standalone, and it's phenomenal. And I like the standalone because it does those couple of things really well. But man, sticking that on a rack, I don't know, man. I'm real surprised that they had the attachment is so high up.
I'm also surprised, and what I'm thinking about is like when you're not using it, how do you store that thing?
Yeah.
You know,
where do you put it?
It's gonna take up the footprint of the standalone, just like laying in a corner somewhere.
That's a good point. I'm with you there. A lot of people mention that in the comments, like you pretty much have to leave it there because it is so heavy. So
is that a new thing from Titan? Because I've been on their website a good bit. Is that like as of this month?
I'm pretty sure it's new,
okay,
but it's not in their, I checked their website because I was just curious. So I checked like the what's new section and it wasn't there. So I don't know if that's them just not having it on the what's new section yet or what, but I've never seen it before until like a week ago. All right, so yeah, I think we're a little surprised it was as close as it was, but just keep in mind, not all that information was present for the people answering the survey. But it does sound like most of us would just end up choosing the standalone.